some of you who don't, you probably won't know, but the Leslie will know, and others will. And you know what I mean? And she's absolutely spaced out of her brain. Watch this. Her mouth going, her eyes are all over the place. You can see a mile off, you know what I mean? She's like that.
An application, I can confirm that McMahon has been engaged with.
Sorry. Exactly, I've ran pubs, it's easy to see exactly.
I can confirm that McMahon has been engaged with the addiction team for approximately 3.5 years.
And don't forget, she's speaking about an addiction team there. So she's speaking about Ruggs and the addiction team. Listen to what she's talking about, while being spaced out of her head.
This time, Tara has been receiving support with the service, but also from her family in the area. The support will be ongoing with.
So she's absolutely spaced out of her head there, right? Now, her partner's already said that she's a rockhead and she's stuff, but I want to show you something here, right? So this is her admitting to smoking it, you know what I mean? Look at it, like, listen to this. Yeah, Matt Meekin, exactly.
She's jealous people will buy my crack and she's to pay for her own.
Listen to it again.
She's jealous people will buy my crack and she's to pay for her own.
One last time.
Jealous people will buy my crack and she's to pay for her own.
So basically, right, you know what I mean? She's talking about the crack, do you know what I mean? She's talking about smoking it and having it, and then she's wrecked on that one. But now I'm going to show you this video, right? This is a little bit triggering. I did play it last week, but I'm going to play it again. Now, I've got somebody coming into the box as well in the next few days. It's either going to be in the week or next Sunday, so it's coming in. Here, you see her little boy's arm. You can tell any mother, any father, even if you don't work in the, you know what I mean, the hospital industry, or you're not medically trained, it's not hard to see by that photo that this child has got a very puffy arm, you know what I mean, and literally needs a medical attendance. Okay, she said the boy fell over. No, she didn't. She was hitting him. She hit him with something. The man said she hit him with a big stick. Right, and she kicks him and smacks him all the time. She's always hitting him, all right? And hang on, yeah, listen, what it is, let me explain to some woman like this. She's that mentally unhinged, right? She's that mentally unhinged, and she's a fucking narcissist, right? She will be sat there in her life playing me, right? And she will be thriving off this. She'll be thriving off this. Lying to her audience, telling lies, thriving off it. Lying to people, everything. I can't, Jamie, I'm doing an exposure, mate. I'll do one, I'll let you in later, bro. Honestly, it's an exposure, bro. But I don't let anybody up when I'm doing this, bro, so please don't take it personal. Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's, and this is what she'll be over there, because she'll never get the views. She'll never get the views. She sits on 20 views, but because I'm doing stuff like this and I'm airing her for who she is and what she's done, yeah, she's horrible, Autumn. She'll be in there, and this is a trait of a narcissist. This is a trait of a manipulator. This is a trait of a control freak. You know what I mean? You've got her there in meetings, fucking smoking the gear. You see her stoned out of her head, and this is her little boy with a broken arm that she broke, right? And then look at this for a fucking horrible parent. Listen to this. So her son. He's got a broken arm. Why won't she take her son to the hospital? She said she lives 45 minutes away. Now, any other parent would literally pick him up with her arms, right, and they'd walk him to the hospital. They'd literally, you carry him to the hospital, right? But she didn't. Why didn't she do that? Because she was scared, because she knew what she'd done, and she didn't want, obviously, her son telling the hospital or something. She had to come up with the big excuse of to why, and then she's going there to defend herself. She sat on her live with her son had a broken arm, what she did, and tried to gaslight everybody into saying, oh yeah, I'm not going to walk in there. I'm going to go tomorrow. I've told the hospital that. And then she said, the doctor turned around and said he might be in plaster. She found the doctors. The doctor would have told you to take him to the hospital. Just all the big fucking lies and load of bullshit. But let's play this video. Let's watch this.
Can you see a difference in his wrist?
Yeah.
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 Like, there's his wrist and there's the other one.
Yeah.
Like sprained.
Oh, definitely.
I said just put it in class, Sophie.
See, look at her, she's very nervous, she's very agitated and scared, right? Not only that, she's trying to say to her audience, can you see anything wrong with his wrist? Because I can't. And their audience are saying, well, yeah, we fucking can, man, with parents. His fucking one wrist is completely swollen to the other one. It's swollen, it's blue. Of course it is. But she sat there on live, do you know what I mean? Done a bloody makeup up, obviously waiting for the local dealer to come to crack it. She can probably nosh him off. Do you know what I mean? While her son lies there in absolute agony.
Hey. Well, I said I couldn't get there.
Listen.
And they were like, but he was like this with it. He went, like he lifted it up.
It should have been in a cast, by the way. It should be in a cast.
Who's the same TikTok drama? What are you on about? You're talking about the arms, because I'll block you. Are you talking about the arm? Both the arms the same? Is that what you're talking about? Because they're not the same at all. One's absolutely swollen. You can't even see the wrist. What are you pinning comments for? I'm getting rid of drama talk, bum. You're getting blocked. Please don't pin that finger. They're coming here with a bit of a... You're getting blocked. Get out of it. I'm not having no negative comments. Don't come in here and start slagging off Hayley, all right? At least Hayley don't break a kid's arm and beat a kid's up.
Well, there's 45 minutes away. I have no way of getting there. So I said to him, like, he's moved it a little bit.
Do you understand what a sicko she is? Do you understand how mentally unhinged this woman is? She turned around and said to the doctor, oh yeah, there's no way of me getting there. Do you think it's swollen? Fucking hell, you're a mum. You know you fucking broke it, you little finger. You were absolutely petrified and paranoid that, you know what I mean, you would have been arrested and your kid took off you and been branded as a wrong un. That's exactly, you know what I mean? She left her son in agonising pain. She turned around and said, oh, well, he moved it a little bit. So I didn't think he was broke. Can you see any difference? She's asking for a second opinion when she knows it's broke. The kid's screaming. He's crying. And then she turned around and said to the doctors, oh, what she did. I don't even think she spoke to the doctors. I really don't think she did. I'd love her to prove it. I bet she can't prove that. And no way, right? No way, yeah. There's no way a doctor would have said, leave it to the next day. And also, an ambulance would have come out that way for that child. If you said to an ambulance, listen, I think my son's broke his arm. I think my son's broke his arm. The ambulance is coming straight out. Believe me, just because she lives in Northern Ireland, there's no difference in Northern Ireland than it is over here. An ambulance would have been there straight away. She hid it because she needed to know what to come up with her excuse the next day. Whether she bribed her someone, she said she's going to give him money or sweets or whatever she did to tell him not to say, or she did it by accident. You know what I mean? She never even phoned the ambulance. She said, oh, there was no way of me getting to the hospital, even though his arm's broke, which is a serious incident. There's no way any doctor, and I hope, is there any doctors in here? There's no way a doctor would turn around and say to leave that child at home in agonising pain with a broken arm. They wouldn't do it. And the reason she said this to gaslight a community, to make out she was a caring fucking mum, is because she knew if the shit hit the fan, she was going to be actually taken down. You know what I mean? So you are an absolute wrong un. And not on top of that, guys, which I'm not going to show again. Last week I showed to each and every one of you, yeah, you know what I mean? Showed to each and every one of you that she was a contribution, and her ex-partner said it, to unaliven this woman. She made her literally take her own life, and then when on top of it, she's a sadistic woman. Then I've also showed you that she's threatening Hayley Comet. She's threatening to send men round. She's threatening men to go around herself and do it. She's also said she's going to smash her in the face. She's admitted to smoking crack. She's told out of her own mouth she weren't taking her son to the hospital, and she then tried to get a second opinion. Right, there's bad mothering anyway. There, no, I mean, there's damage alone. That's bad enough to get your kids taken off you, as far as I'm concerned. Leaving your kid overnight to have a broken arm. What kind of fucking mum are you? What kind of mum? Boy, you sat there high in your kitchen on narcotics. There's a man coming on. She knows exactly who he is, right? And a woman, right? And basically, they're going to come on and give you all of her background as well, the other stuff that she's done. The things she's done in Taunton. The only problem is with this evil creature, guys, who needs her kids taken off her. The only thing is this woman, she thrives off it. She thrives off it, you know what I mean? It gets her damp. She's literally sat on a live cam 2-ing me. Do you understand what I'm saying? She cam 2-ing me. She thrives off it. Do you know what she said the other day when I did it? Like, oh, he gave me some clout. She never denied all the stuff about the kids. She started coming on saying loads of lies about me, that I beat up women and stuff like that. Never hit a woman in my life. Do you understand? Hang on, let's just get rid of that blocked. Absolute crazy. These people are odd and sick and twisted. Absolute crazy. How the fuck that should be given someone deserve? Exactly, Christy. Disgusted poor children, heartbreaking, 100%, Amelia. How odd, exactly. Like, and what? Do you know what an excuse was? Oh, I can't get him to the hospital. No. You wouldn't take that boy to the hospital because you knew what you'd done. You knew you'd done that to him and broke his arm. You were absolutely petrified and you did not know what to come up with the excuse. She's biting her finger in nerves. You see, she's like that. She's petrified. She's scared of what she's done. And you can see the nervous in her. This isn't a traumatised mother. This is a mother figuring out her next move. Look at her. This is a woman.
Can you see a difference in his wrist?
See, she's asking for a second opinion. You know what she did? Look at this.
Yeah.
Like, there's his wrist and there's the other one.
Like sprained. Oh, definitely. 100%.
She's proper nervous, the fuck. Watch her.
Like that, Sophie?
And when you put your thumb in your mouth, I don't know if you know what that means. I don't know if any of you are fucking masters in body language, but read a bit. I've read a lot. That's nerve. That's scared. That's not a mother who's comforting her son. This is not a mother who's got her arms around her child, making sure that he's not agonising pain. She shouldn't even be on fucking TikTok. She shouldn't even be on. She should be there comforting a kid, phoning an ambulance and getting him straight to the A&E to get his arm fixed. Do you understand how serious it is? As a child breaks its bone or we break our bones, right? It's got to be set. And that could end up setting in a bad way overnight. It could be, you know what I mean? So there's no chance, if a doctor said to her, if he did, it's okay if you want to leave your child to tomorrow. Do you think a doctor would say that? No, he wouldn't. That's negligence. The doctor could lose his fucking licence for that, for telling her mother not to take her son to the hospital to the next day because his hands are broke. She's a compulsive liar. She's a compulsive liar. No doctor, a medical trained doctor, would tell you not to let your son go to. What he would say is, dial 999 and get him an ambulance, or please get him to the hospital now. All right. It's a very serious injury to break a bone, especially on a child, and no hospital would leave a child to suffer in agonising pain overnight, because I've broken an arm, I've broken a leg, I don't know if any of you has, and it's a very, very painful injury. Very painful. How can you leave that child in the house overnight, to be in agonising pain? Because paracetamols won't fix it. It's crazy. So he's lying. This is a nervous mother. She knew exactly what she fucking did. She's a fucking abuser. She abuses Hayley. She's threatened to hurt people, threatening to unalive people. She threatened to send people around to Hayley's house and hurt the kids. She's threatened to hurt Hayley and threatened her with her life. She's threatened to send the I to the R to the A around the house. She's threatened fucking the Sinn Féin. She don't know anyone in Sinn Féin. She's threatened men to phone her up and abuse her. This is what she's about. And then she comes in here and jumps in all the wrong uns boxes, defending herself. And now she's playing me, cam twoing me, and getting off on it. And I've got videos of her smoking the rocks and missing it. And I've got videos of her stoned out of her head. And I've got videos and messages and voice notes from her ex-partner telling her she was the reason that Chloe took her own life. This woman is one of the worst on TikTok. She drives people that round the bend until they take their own lives while beating up their own child, while smoking narcotics, and then lies to the Irish community and friends in the chat to say she's not. And people will still be supporting this. Are you crazy? If you are watching me, what are you doing supporting her? All people of Ireland should not be supporting her. She don't even come out of her house. Do you know that her brothers are wrong as well, do you, as a peddler? Ask her. Is she going to admit that, is she? Is she? What the fuck are you doing? Some of yous are mothers. Alright, I'm getting people in the box from Taunton. She got run out the area. She changed the name from Barbara to Tara. Do you know that? And on here calls herself fucking Ginger Gemini. Her name's Barbara. She changed the name because of the kind of sadistic person she is. This is not her first rodeo. She's known for doing this. She was put out of Belfast. She's not allowed back. I'm sure she's still there. I've got her ad. This woman is a complete and utter wrong-un. And the only thing she can turn around and say, oh, Rickster's an abuser. Rickster beat up, none of it's true. You can say what you want about me. No one's ever going to believe the shit that comes out of your mouth, but you are a fucking wrong-un, love. And it's not easy to break down your shit, sat there nervous as fuck while your son's in the living room crying his eyes out with a broken arm that you broke. Wall high, probably. You're an absolute crap. And this goes out to all the people of Belfast as well, guys. If you know this woman, if you see her around, you know what to do. All right, she calls herself Tara. Some of you probably live around the corner. I know a few people who live around the corner from her. All right, who know about her brother and other stuff. I know it's people who just do not like her and want to get to her. You know what I mean? And she was more bothered about sat in a live stream, shitting herself, than taking her son. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, she went back. She left Taunton and went back to Belfast. Or literally Taunton. Do you know what she did as well? She reached out to this Chloe's ex-partner. She sent him nudes while torturing Chloe and her ex-partner. Obviously, that really affected Chloe, and she did post some of them, which she shouldn't have done. You know what I mean? Hang on. That's for, you've got listen, Sal. You're in here. You support her. You're in her life. Don't come in here with the negativity because all the evidence is there. Fuck me. When somebody goes out and unalive someone, do you know what I'm saying to you? Fucking hell, we've got more evidence here. We've got more evidence here. Like, fucking hell. You've got her ex-partner saying it. You've got videos where she's threatening to hurt people. You've got videos where she's mentioning smoking narcotics. You've got videos where she's stating that a doctor turned around and told her not to take her son with a broken arm to the hospital when a doctor would never say that. He'd lose his medical licence. She's nervous as hell. You know, she never found 999. There's neglect in its own. That's neglect. That's child neglect. Let alone the stuff that comes out of her mouth. Do not come and defend him with this woman. There's more than enough evidence there. Like I said, I've even got a newspaper article what she's turned around and spoke about this Chloe. I've got an email that our ex-partner sent to the station, the newspaper, and said, listen, this isn't true, it's all her. I've got voice notes of a partner saying what a bad person she is, what a liar she is. She's known for doing this. She was literally ran out of Taunton. Her brother's a wrong 'un. She's sick and twisted. I've showed you that she makes fake accounts. She goes round with fake. She's got an account out there called Fresh Clips with me on there on the first 3 videos. She's trolled me for years. She's sick. But I know she's mentally unhinged.
Day. Well, I said I couldn't get there. And they were like, but he was like this with it. He went, like he lifted it up.
It should have been on the fast, by the way.
Look how nervous she is. Here it is. Look how nervous she is. Mate, she knew his arm was broke. She knew he was agonising pain. Do you think Talia or me or any of you would leave your child in a house knowing that he can't move his arm properly and it was swollen up? You'd leave him in agony. Would you come on TikTok and fire up the TikTok button and say, right, guys, do you think my son's arm's broke? Let me show you a fucking picture. Hang on, guys. Even if you'd be with your kid anyway, if you weren't at the hospital, you would. And she said I couldn't know way of getting there. You should, even if she couldn't have phoned 999, which you know that obviously the ambulance would have come. But even if she didn't, she'd phone up her mum, she'd phone up her dad. Can I have a tenner? I need to get an Uber. Or can I have 20 quid? I need to get an Uber to the hospital. Surely she's got friends who she can phone to pick her up. Do you know what I mean? I'll show it you now, Kelly. I'll show it you now. Exactly, and the kid was hurt. Why was she alive in the first place? Look how uncomfortable and scared she is. This is a petrified mother. This is not a concerned mother. This is not someone who's scared, wants to take. This is a woman who knows what she's done and is petrified and she's chewing her nails thinking of what the fuck am I going to do? That's why she left her son overnight. So she could give a good excuse. Or probably persuade him not to say it. I'd love to fucking sit down with that kid and say, what, big up Claire Bear? What happened, son? Have him alone in a room. Ask him what happened. That'd be nice. Wrong.
It should be in a cast.
See?
Well, it's 45 minutes away. I have no way of getting there. So I said to him, like, he's moved it a little bit.
So you're just making excuses to not to take him. He was left all night, yeah? Didn't even take him. No way of getting there. Press 999. I don't know. And these are a kind of a stupid community wouldn't believe that. How many of you are from? Is there any here from Northern Ireland? Is there anybody here from Northern Ireland? If there is anybody here from Northern Ireland, Belfast, please can you comment? I'd like you to comment, please. You're from Northern Ireland, Jane. All right, Jane, answer me this question. You're from there as well, Shazza. Okay, Shazza, Jane, answer me this question, right? And please answer truthfully, and you, Sheil. If your son or grandson broke his arm, right, and you had no way of getting to the local hospital, could you phone 999 for the hospitals, for the ambulance to come and pick up your child who's got a broken arm? Yes or no? Answer the question. Yes or no? Yes, absolutely. Yes, Shirley from Northern Ireland. Anybody else want to comment from Northern Ireland, please? Yes, 999 straight away. Yes, my husband got me an ambulance to Antrim Hospital. There you go. Yes, ambulance would come. Yes. There you go. You know what I mean? I live in Belfast, exactly, Rebecca. And if your son broke his arm or your grandchild, I'm not saying you've got kids, you might not, but I'm saying if they did, would you be able to phone up the ambulance to come and pick up your child who's got a broken arm because you couldn't get there? Yes, no question. I need takeout as my arse blocked. If you're commenting here, guys, and you're following me, you're getting blocked, just to let you know. I'm from Northern Ireland, and yes, you can. There you go, there's Tinkerbell. There you go. So there you go. So she's manipulating the audience. She's gaslighting everyone, and literally left her son in agonising pain, asking people, is her son got his arm broken? And for you, I'll just show you the picture again. Look at this.
An application, I can confirm.
Sorry, not this one. This one.
Can you see it?
So she's saying, can you see a difference? But I'll show you the picture. Let me show you the picture. Okay, now he's got an elephant hand. I don't care what you say. You can hardly see the top of his hand. You can hardly see the top of his hand. Look, if you don't believe me, look. It's swole to any. Look how swole that is. There's a normal hand. There's a normal hand. Look how swole that kid's hand is. Look how swole it is. Yeah, loads of people from Northern Ireland and they say, yeah, we could get an ambulance. See what line she is. Look, you know what? I haven't got the video of him in pain, but if I did have the video of him in pain, I wouldn't be fucking playing it, believe me. I'm not going to fucking, how do you know how uncomfortable that make me feel? Hey, Kate, of a child. Do you follow me? Get out of here. Get blocked. Fuck off, sicko. What a sicko. Have you got the video of a child in pain? Fucking get out. There's some sick people on this app, I swear to God. Do my head in, man. Weirdos. Yeah, the colour difference, the how swole it was, you know what I mean? It's not a normal hand. You know what I mean? Fucking, and then she's asking for a second opinion, Warnock phoning the ambulance. You can see his wristbone, you know what I mean? You can't see his wristbone exactly. You can't see it. It's that swole. And you can see the bruising Mel Cooper and the discoloration. And she literally said that to, you know, and that's why she was nervous. That's why she's biting her finger. This is not a concern. Motherfucking hell, I think my son's broke his arm. What am I going to do? Oh, ambulance, let me phone my mum. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. I already moved it a little bit. Fuck off, you absolute cretin of a woman. You shouldn't be a mother, man. It's crazy. It's disgusting. I'm sorry, but it's really, really bad. And even if she didn't do it, which I know she did, yeah, that's child neglecting itself. And what she done to poor Chloe, and what she's absolutely persecuted Hayley Comment for the last couple of years, and how she's persecuted others, and including myself. She's a wrong one. And what she's doing now, she's tuned in there, absolutely loving it, me speaking about her. That's what a sick, demented, twisted woman is. She'll make every excuse in the book to why she never found the ambulance. And, the ambulance was an hour away and it takes me 45 minutes to get there. She'll make I'm from Katy Patrick and it takes 45 minutes to get to the hospital. Man, I don't care if it takes a day. You know what I mean? I would have walked, let alone phone the ambulance. And no, I would have phoned a family member or a friend to come and pick me up in the car. He would have been at that hospital. I'd walk, same here, Jane. I would literally walk. But I literally prolonged that child's pain overnight. Prolonged it. So she could literally get in his head and say, this is manipulation because she's a fucking, you know what I mean, crack to the head, isn't she? Smokes it all the time. And she admits smoking it as well. She all tells everybody that she's a past abuser on the white and the brown, but she's not. She's a full-time abuser. She still does it today. She still smokes the white. Anyway, guys, literally, I'm moving on because there's something more serious and important to go on rather than this cretin, right? I think I've more than proved that this woman's a wrong one and that she's a child neglect alone and she's an abuser. But what I am going to do, somebody's coming in the box over the next 7 days. I think it's going to be this week. And they're going to tell you all about Barbara. All right, they're going to come in and tell you about her. I'm going to play it once and then I'm literally never talking about this cretin again. I'm not giving her any airtime. I'm not going to give a fucking people to go over and follow her or get a few of my haters go in there and support her. Because you know what these wrong guns are like? They don't mind gifting peddlers. They don't mind gifting people who abuse kids or break arms or say they're going to unalive children. This is why the apple never falls from the tree. This is why she's friends with Dan. And this is why she's friends with fucking Canadian Angie. You know what I mean? And they'd be gaslighting and saying, oh, there and all that. But there's more than enough proof. You know what I mean? Like I said, even she didn't do it, which we know she did. She kept that kid overnight. She lied about the doctors. She never phoned the ambulance. She could see the child's arm was broken. You let him suffer overnight. That's neglecting itself. You're not fit to be a mother. On top of that, you've admitted to taking narcotics and you're there stoned out your face on live. You're not a mum. You're a bad person. And not only that, you have had your child taken off you and you decided to keep to the drugs and to have your kid. So you know what I mean? You picked that over your child, and stop saying that you didn't, because yes, you did. I will do, Jamie. Stop with your lies. I've had enough of you. You're a wrong'un, and now everybody's going to know you're a wrong'un. You're going to be in the FYP tomorrow known as a wrong'un for what you really, really are. You can deflect, you can look, she will, because she wants a platform, but please give her a wide berth, guys. Don't give her the fucking, you know what I mean, any kind of content or clout. If you do see her around, tell her she's a wrong'un. Just say, listen, you're a wrong'un. You're an absolute cretin of a woman, and you deserve the worst. You know what I mean? Just tell her that. Tell her she's a wrong'un. Don't go in there. Don't give her any support. Don't listen to her lies, because even if because she will lie, no matter what, even if there's neglect on its own, allowing that child to be like that overnight. And she cares more about smoking, doing everything else than her kids, let alone, because like I said, she's had one taken off her. You know what I mean? Is she going to go and lie about that as well? Because that's facts. And look what she done to Chloe. Chloe took her life because of her. And she's been, big up Miz, and she's been literally stalking Hayley comments, stalking others on the FYP and show, stalking me, saying the worst about Talia, saying horrible stuff about people. She's been doing it for years. She's also admitted that she's got loads of troll accounts, and this is one of my old accounts. And that one with Evil Queen was one that stalked me for ages and said bad, horrible stuff about my dead mother and my brother. She's evil. You know what I mean? And that's what she'll do. She goes out. Tomorrow she'll probably come live, say the worst, and then start taking it out on others again, because that's what she's like. Just don't give her any airtime. All right? Don't give her none at all. Right, guys, we're moving on. We're moving on. All right. Right, guys, we're moving on to somebody else now. How far are we behind him? All right, guys, I've got somebody else we're going to do a little exposure on now. Sorry, just sneeze them. That's Barbara McMeekin. We're going to have a little popular break, and then we're going to move on to somebody else. Some of you people don't know about this guy, but you need to know. I'm going to show you an absolute wrong'un on the app. Right, Rick's Mods. I know Rick as a friend. Start with your Dinlo comment. Who said that? Who called you a comment? Who said that's you, Jamie? Hey, nobody start saying nasty things about Jamie. Me and Jamie are mates, guys.